Hello. I didn't even say, okay. Let me just say hi first. Can I do that? Hey, good people. Welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you are new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me and August and I today. So I did plan on getting one of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk.
Y'all didn't ask him to be on there.
What?
Y'all didn't Dr. ask him to be on there.
They might be on the chat. I don't know.
No, you might have a date.
A date?
You remember you guys are going to sell for Virginia.
Okay, August, you all up in my conversation. Let me just do what I'm doing. I did plan on getting one of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palettes. However, I did not plan on getting two of these Pop Shots. Pop Shots? I just hate the whole name. Hypnotizing Pop Shots. And I talked about the packaging. But if you want to see me play with all three of these items, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So let's go ahead and talk about these items. First of all, I hope everyone is having a great day, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. I really hope you are. Now let's talk about the Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette first. Now these came in two shades, but I purchased the medium one, medium deep. So let's take a look. So here's what the palette looks like. And we have a soft blush, a super glow. Then we have a super blush and a multi-glow. This palette was made in Italy, is $75 and an 18-month shelf life. Now let's talk about the Pop Shots. I haven't even looked at these, haven't opened them or anything, but I've seen so many rave reviews, I got bamboozled into trying them myself. And then I wanted to order them from BeautyLASH, but they didn't have the shades that I wanted. So I ended up ordering these from the Charlotte Tilbury website. As I ordered the first one, I just ordered that one first, and then I decided on these later on. These are $34 a piece. I want to look at my indie singles after this to see, like, are they really worth the hype? That's one of the main points of me doing this video, because I think that if you're an indie lover like myself, we may have something like this or better. So anyway, let's look at these Pop Shots and these little stones on here. So I purchased two shades. I have Diamond Eyes and then Emerald Eyes. So let's take a closer look. Then we'll swatch everything, and I'll put these all on. So here's the size. I mean, it's so small, I have to. These are also made in Italy, and they have a 24-month shelf life. Easy colors to make your eyes pop. Okay, so here you can see what the Pop Shots look like, and they have these little colored jewels. I could have done without that, just saying. Oh my goodness, it is, I can't, okay. So this is the Diamond Eyes shade, and here is Emerald Eyes. Now I do want to say that she did have one shade that looked like a duochrome. It's just that it was like a blue purple flip, and I know I have that.
What are you talking about?
Eyeshadow. I knew I had that shade many times over with my Divina and Cleona singles, so I did pass on that. So let's get into swatches of all of these, and then we'll do a demo. Here are the top two shades of the blush palette. And here's what they look like swatched. Very pretty. And here are the bottom two shades from the blush palette. I'm calling it a blush palette, but it's a face palette. And here is what they look like swatched. I'm turning off my ring light so you can just see the shades a little bit better. Now I think these shades are beautiful. Do I have things like this? I'm sure I do. Now let's get into the Pop Shots. I just like saying Pop Shots. I'm just gonna let y'all know. So y'all might hear me use it too much. So here's Emerald Eyes and Diamond Eyes. Here are the swatches for the two Pop Shots. And here they are with the ring light off. So I do think that these are all beautiful. Are they special? We shall find out now. So on my face, I have the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, LYS Concealer, and Chantecaille Powder. And then on my eyelids, I have the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. On my lips, I have Chanel Alter Ego. And that is all. No bronzer, nothing else, just so we can see the true nature of these products. So I'm gonna do the top 2 shades of the face palette on this side of my face, the bottom 2 on this side, and then I'll do one of the pop shots on each eye, and then we'll be able to see whether or not we like these items or if we think they're worth it, or is it just overpriced. Probably overpriced, but you know how that goes in the makeup world. Let me get some brushes and we'll get busy. Starting with the soft blush and then the super glow. I am just taking this powder brush from BH Cosmetics, going right into the soft blush. And I'm wondering if I should turn down the exposure some, but I can see it. Let's do that. All right, I turned it down a bit. So this is a really beautiful color. Ooh, what is that? I think this color is really pretty. It's very soft. It has a little bit of sheen to it, but it's not anything crazy. Like if you don't like a shimmery blush. So here's what we're working with. Let me know what you think about this shade. Yeah, this is a really, really nice color. And I think it looks pretty natural. Now we're gonna go into the Super Glow. This is an Unearthly Cosmetics highlighting brush. It's an A4. So you can see the Super Glow kind of start to show up right here. And this one is a bit sparkly. Like it's smooth, but it does have some sparkle to it. And I don't know if everybody likes that. Not glitter, but sparkle. Still on the skin, I think, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. It's like lint in my brushes. On the skin, it's showing up really nice. I like it. So that's Super Glow with the soft blush. I'm just putting a little bit as a brow bone. And she does mention on the back of the palette that this is designed to be used on the eyes, cheeks, and face. So this is a nice inner corner highlight, brow bone highlight. Hello.
I'm telling Marky.
Ouch.
Sorry, I'm telling Marky to stay at the grandma, but he's I'm telling him to talk to me.
Right.
And he's distracted by the iPad.
Okay, well, you know what? Marky just finished his homework, so just give him a few minutes to just get himself together.
The grandma.
Right, okay. August think he's somebody's father. I'm telling you, he is Mark reincarnated, I'm telling you. Now let's check out the Super Blush with the Multi Glow. And I have a blush brush from BH Cosmetics.
Mama, not to pass it there. Can I keep it there?
Excuse me?
What would car? And then not the 2 passengers there.
2 passengers. Oh, I'm not buying anything. Nope. And no, come get this iPad. I'm not buying anything. Like, I'm tired of buying stuff. Now, Marky done came in here and didn't close the door all the way. Let me show you what this looks like from afar. So you can see the difference between the softer blush and the Super Blush. They're both really pretty. I like it. I like them both. But I really like this. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all know it is 7:49 and I hear the mail truck. I cannot with the mail. Now let's go into the Multi Glow. I'm just gonna use the same brush. Let me know what y'all think that looks like. Because I'm looking in the mirror here. I can't see what it looks like on camera. I mean, I'll see when I edit, but you know what I'm saying. So let me know what you think about the colors in this face palette. Did you buy one of these? Let me know. I will wait for VIB because that is coming up next week. I also wanted to share that the formula of this is like that kind of texture that you can like actually press in. I don't know if that's baked gelée or whatever it is, but it's that type. All right, let's get into these pop shots because I'm excited. Now again, the 2 shades that I purchased, I think you can only get them on the the Charlotte Tilbury website. I know emerald eyes I could not find anywhere else, and I'm not sure about diamond eyes, I can't remember, but emerald eyes for sure I didn't see at the time on any other website except the Charlotte Tilbury website. So let's go ahead and start with diamond eyes. We're gonna start with a brush and then I'm gonna use my finger. For this, I'm going to be using the Refer 28 brush, and I don't know if I showed you, but it has a little cute mirror. So let's check this out. Now, just based on initial dip into the pan, I think I want to spray this. I cannot find my Mayron mixing medium spray, so I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm just going to do, and I'm just doing one spray. Now, I'm already feeling like these are best applied with a finger. I mean, you can definitely use a brush, but I did feel a few speckles on my face when I just started applying the shadow. And this is really pretty. I mean, it's not a special color, but it is pretty. And I think it's gonna look nice by itself as well as a topper. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the finger. I wouldn't even fool too much with the brushes because I do feel the fallout. I didn't like saturate my brush, but I just wanted you to know that. I'm sure if I used a little more setting spray, you probably wouldn't get that fallout. Okay, that's diamond eyes. So, you know, this is a very light champagne-y type color. It's not very pigmented, honestly. I mean, it is very pigmented, but on me, it's really light. Honestly, a color like this is gonna look so beautiful on like deeper, richer skin tones. On me, I think it looks okay. But I think this would be a nice complement to pretty much any eyeshadow look, or like, you know how if you do, I don't know, like a halo or something like that, and you may want to take something like this to kind of like tap over the middle just to give it some added sparkle. I think this would be perfect for that. Is it $34 perfect? I'm not sure about that. All right, let's try emerald eyes. I think I am the most, I am the most excited about trying out this shade. All right, I gave this one a little more spray. Now this is beautiful right here. This one might be worth getting. We'll see though. I gotta look for some comparisons in my collection. This is a really pretty finish though. Let me know what you think. And I'm like, do I like this because it's from Char and she usually doesn't have things like this, and I'm making myself feel like it's better than it is? Let me know if you think that's what's happening here, because it's a high possibility. Because when a brand doesn't come out with certain things like this, or all they come out with is like the same old, and she does a lot of pillow talk pinky stuff, things like this, I think, really stand out for her brand. And this is really pretty. I just know that because I have a lot of indie, like, is this really a standout? I'm not sure. But if you're not into indie, I can see why people are giving these rave reviews, for sure. I definitely can. I mean, first of all, like, the finish is sparkly, but it's not wrinkly. Like, this is gorgeous, actually. I'm into emerald eyes. I'm into both of them, but emerald eyes for sure. Let me turn off the ring light so we can see just a little more accurately. So there's diamond eyes and emerald eyes. Look at that. That's a nice finish. It's a nice little shine, sparkle, shimmer. So I definitely think these are great for one and dones, or like if you just take like a brown eyeshadow or bronzer or something like that and just use that to kind of contour and then put this on top. I can see the appeal, I can. But I also have eyeshadow singles. So let's look at some of these eyeshadow singles and see if I have anything like this. I also want to, I just know this is deeper, so I don't even know I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna pull out Blitz Emerald from Sublime, Pat McGrath, as well as, I know this is different too, but the green shimmer that's in the Celestial Odyssey palette. Those are the two that are coming to mind from Pat McGrath, you know, because she don't have a lot of greens. Those are the ones coming to my mind. And then I'm gonna look through my other indie singles just to see if I have anything close. This kind of texture with the sparkle is just reminding me a bit of Blitz Emerald, but I also know that Blitz Emerald is a duochrome. So let me stop talking and get to swatching so you can see if these are you know, worth adding to your collection, or do you already have something like this? Which you probably do. Well, you might not. I don't know. I don't know your collection.
Hey guys, welcome back, and we're back in the Yayo channel. Okay, so we're gonna do a tripod. A Yayo channel?
If you're no, that's way too close. Back up, and I have to cut a lot of that footage out. You should be talking to them and telling them what you're doing. Are you in the camera?
I don't know what this is called, but I'm going to do.
Finish up.
Thanks God for watching the Yayo channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, I'm back and have the exposure down still just a little bit so that we can go ahead and do some swatch comparisons. Let's start with Emerald Eyes. All right, so there she is. Here is Blitz Emerald from Pat McGrath Mothership to Sublime. So I'm gonna go into it. I think this is definitely way darker. Yeah, way darker. I pulled out this shade Ripple from Cleona, one of their stained glass shades. I think this one's gonna be lighter. I have Apollo from Looksy Beauty. This is, I think out of all of them, this would be the closest, but it's not exact. And this is Rage from Looksy Beauty. Yeah, none of these are quite the same. And I do have other greens, but I picked the ones that I thought had the same finish as the Charlotte Tilbury shade. So you can see they're all a bit different. Maybe Rage is close. Let me know what y'all think. It might look different when I'm editing. That these two, maybe the closest, maybe these two. But they're all different. I forgot that I wanted to look at Celestial Odyssey and the shade Citrine Envy. So this is Citrine Envy. Let's see what that looks like. And that's so beautiful. So yeah, still, they're all different. They're so pretty. Next, I wanted to go into the Industrial palette from Isamaya Beauty. This palette to me, I don't know. It's just not the easiest to work with. And I feel like it's gotten so hard panning. Let me show y'all. Like I feel like I have to really, really dig into these shades to get pigment out with several of them. But let's just look at the greens here and see how they compare. I'm gonna start with the shade Grip. And this finish might be a little bit different. It has some sparkle, but not like the Charlotte Tilbury shade. Not like the rest of these. And then let's check out Initiator. So yeah, none of these are the same, but they're so pretty to look at. I have tons of green shimmers, but I just wanted to limit my comparisons to the ones that I felt had the same type of finish and sparkle that the Pop Shot did. So that's what I have in my collection that compares. So now let's take a look at Diamond Eyes and see if I have any comparisons. Now, here's the thing with my indie singles, I don't buy a lot of singles in this color because I just think it's something common that we see a lot in palettes. So I don't have as many comparisons. But let's just go ahead and see what we've got. This is really pretty though. I will say that it's like an indie shimmer for sure. So first I pulled out the shade Opulent. Now looking at it, I don't think it's close at all, but we're gonna swatch it anyway because it's one of my favorites from Cleona. Me and Cleona, y'all, Black Friday. We might have a date. We do have a date. You can see the Opulent has a bit of pink in it, but the finish is very close. Like it's got the reflex in it, the kind of chunky, it's not chunky, but the bigger particles in it, but it is definitely a different tone. Has that hint of pink. Oh, I love the shade, okay. And I honestly didn't have anything else in my singles. I have things that are this color, this tone, but more like a foil and like smooth than this type of finish. I wanted to pull out Mothership 7 Midnight Sun, and I wanted to look at this shade right here, which is Astral Solstice. And there she is. Oh my God. This actually looks a little more silver. Doesn't that look silver here? It does. I guess it kind of does. I don't know. But yeah, I think that the Pop Shot has a little more warmth to it. Listen to me, analyzing colors. And I wanted to check out Flesh from the Industrial Palette. Honestly, I feel like something was wrong with my Issamaya Beauty palette. I don't know how else to say it, but I feel like something is wrong with it, because when I hear other people talk about the palette, I don't find it really user-friendly. There's Flesh. It's kind of crumbly now. Like, what's happening here? Maybe it's not meant to be used with fingers. I don't know. But this is, you know what, Char? I have to say it. Char has actually come out with something that it's right on par with my indie singles. Now, my indie singles are cheaper. See, here's the thing. You're paying for the name and that packaging, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with my $15, $20 indie singles, my Cleonas, my Terra Moons. What else did I show y'all? My Luxie. First of all, Luxie Beauty is only like $250, $350 at best. I'm gonna go with those. But these are pretty. They're beautiful. And this green is unique in my collection. I will say that. Out of all the greens that I showed, and then when I think about my foil type greens, like my Sydney Grace ones that are like really foiled. Let me see if I can show you what I mean by them not being sparkly and being foiled and smooth. Hold on. So for example, I have the Mountain Trail bundle, and I'm just gonna swatch one of those shades. It's not gonna be a comparison at all, but I'm gonna swatch one next to these, and maybe you'll be able to see what I mean by them being like not sparkly, but highly foiled metallics, which are different. I have a ton of those. So like here's the Charlotte Tilbury, and there's just a lot of sparkle there. I may not be defining this the way that I want to, but the Sydney Grace ones and a lot of my other ones, even like my Cleona round pans, it's a different texture. So these are like really smooth and foily, where these have more of a flakiness to them, and there are some particles in there, like prone to fallout type particles, which doesn't deter me at all. I have a good amount of shades like that. It's just they're better used with a finger, or they're better used wet. Whereas like my Sydney Grace foils, I can just use them however, wet, dry, and I'm not really gonna have any fallout or anything like that. So that's the difference. But the sparkle on the eye from the Charlotte Tilbury and like these other ones, it's really pretty. So now let's get into my overall thoughts about the palette and the Pop Shots. Pop Shots. First, I love this. I think that both colors, like, beautiful. I see myself using this one more just because this is something like in the morning when I'm doing my makeup, I'm not gonna have to be careful with it at all. It appears that you can build it up. So this is gonna be like an everyday shade for me. And the highlighter. I know it says Super Glow, but this highlighter is definitely gonna be like an everyday. This is like not this, maybe very similar to that Chantecaille $80 one, Sunray, Ray. Let me get that, because that would save all of us money. I know a lot of people like this, and you know Chantecaille is Chantecaille. So, okay, so here's Ray. Mine fell, so it's loose from the pan. Let me do that. I think I can get, do y'all think I can use a little dab of crazy glue and glue it back? Well, let me know what you think about that. Cause like, yeah, it's loose, see that? And I can't afford for it to be loose. I can't, literally can't. But let me swatch it, and then we'll swatch it next to the Super Glow, and we'll see if they're similar. Cause imagine you can get the full face palette for less than the Chantecaille highlighter. Okay, let's see. Might not be exactly the same, but I think they're close. I think they're pretty close. Okay, I gotta remember which one is which. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do it again. Let's watch them both, then I'm gonna do it again. Cause now I can't remember, cause they look, they're really close. I think that's Ray. I think that's Ray. Let me just watch Ray one more time. Okay, so here's Ray and here's the Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, from right here, they really don't look that different. So, I mean, from right here, I don't think they're that different. I mean, this one, the Ray, just has a little more pigment to it, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury Super Glow is a little more sheer. I think that's the difference. I would get this. Wait till the Sephora sale. These will be 20% off of the 75. With the 20% off, worth it. I would say they're worth it. And let's talk about these pop shots. Are they worth $34? They are not. No, because they're just, I mean, they're just not. They're not even bigger than a regular size indie eyeshadow. They're not bigger than that 26 millimeter pan. I mean, it's not even like the big size, like the 36 millimeter pans where I'm like, oh my gosh. I was gonna say, because August was busting in and he was barely clothed. Oh, I was gonna say they're not even bigger than, like, you know, you get those palettes like Gimme Glow, like JD Glow, Clarity. They have like the big pans, the 36 millimeter. Like, this isn't even that. You're paying for Charlotte, you're paying for Char, and as long as you're okay with that and can accept that, it's fine. And I guess I pay for these little dollar store jewels, and that's okay. Now let's talk about the colors though. I like the colors. I like them. I think that if you like one and done shades and you don't want a whole bunch of fuss and you don't want to deal with being on an indie website and trying to figure out what colors are going to look like and dual chromes and flips and all this kind of stuff and finishes, but you like it, but you may only want to choose from like 6 or 7 shades, then these are going to be good because they're easy, they're pretty, they have shine and sparkle. They're great for the holiday. Charlotte Tilbury, even though she had, I mean, I was surprised to see that duochrome shade because that was unlike her. And, you know, she does have like those cream pots that have like maybe an olivey type color. I don't know if she has anything like this particular color. I know in some of her palettes, she may have like a little green trio, but it's usually not like this. So I think this shade, if you were gonna get one, I would get either that blue one or this one. Because the other shades we have in Natasha Denona palettes especially, so if you get, you know, more mainstream or like high-end makeup, you're gonna have a shade like Diamond Eyes in Natasha Denona palettes or Anastasia palettes like that. You're gonna have that. If you get indie palettes, you're gonna have this and then some. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Pat McGrath has a lot of sparkly shades with her special shades. I was even thinking like Odin's Eye. Some of their shimmers have a beautiful, beautiful sparkle to them. So these are not gonna be unique textures. That's what I'm saying. I'm not mad that I have these or anything. They make beautiful one and done looks. Am I gonna buy any more? No, I'm not gonna buy any more of these. Just like that Gucci blush. Not buy any more of those either. That is my take on these products from Char. And I'd love to know what your thoughts are about them. And if you're interested or are planning on purchasing any of these during the Sephora sale. Now, as of right now, those pop shots are not on the Sephora website, but they need to be because it's a lot.
Squeeze it in.
No.
Zoom in.
I'm not. Let me do my closeout. All right, y'all. Anyway, let's continue the discussion down below because my time is up. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today for another one. I hope this was therapy for you because it always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.